Okay, y'all, I'm not even going to pretend that I'm clean. I'm exhausted. I was going to start videoing this morning, but my camera battery was dead. So I went ahead and I got a field bush hogged. I knew that I had to take the bush hog off of the tractor today. I had to take the bush hog off the tractor today and put on the tiller. Look at my hands, y'all. Here's a good one. But I needed to finish up one field bush hogging before I did that. Tony has not got home from work yet, and it looks like he is pulling up the driveway right now. So what I did today was I took the bush hog off after I got finished and put the tiller on, because I got my greenhouse ordered. The guy told me that it would be here. There's a 2-week lead time, and it could be here within a week. So I have to get busy. The first thing I have to do is tap into the water source and get it piped down here. But I need the area over here where the greenhouse is actually going to be sitting. I need it to go ahead and be prepped, because the grass has got to die, the ground has got to be tilled, but it was a pine forest. So one woman, one chainsaw, one tractor, one side-by-side with a winch. And y'all, these mosquitoes are killing me out here. I've got it pretty much done. Well, I still like a little bit. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more saplings that I have to get up and get the roots out of the ground. But first of all, the NRCS had requirements. And one of those requirements I was not prepared for. And that was that the greenhouse has to run in a north-south direction. Now, you remember the area that I had over here in front of the lazy garden beside the existing seedling greenhouse? It's an east to west direction, so it wouldn't work. Now, I did call and talk to them, and we talked about it, and they said that if I try and it doesn't work out for north-south, that they will make an exception, but they have to change the paperwork. So y'all, I've got that greenhouse ordered. It's going to be here in 1 week to 2 weeks. I've still got to have the water done, which I'm going to work on tomorrow. But I needed this to go ahead and get it flattened out. Now y'all know what the pine forest looks like back there. There's pines everywhere. There's CRP, there's grass, there's weeds. So what I did is I started out with Caden. While he was over here, while he was weed eating, my grandson and I got over and started cutting pine trees off and keeping the stumps about waist high to me. So then Caden come along and started weed eating. While I was working on other things, he was weed eating that. So he worked over at Cog Hill today, and so while he's working at Cog Hill, I got out here with the side-by-side and the winch, and I have put pressure on these pine trees with the tractor bucket. Y'all, you have to get creative. I put pressure on it with the tractor bucket, wrapped the winch around it at the base of the tree stumps, and used the winch and the 4-wheel drive on the side-by-side, and y'all, I have pulled up tree stumps today. Now, I'm pretty hot, I'm pretty tired. I've had to use a chainsaw and cut some of the tap roots, but I'm gonna be ready. When this greenhouse gets here, we're gonna have the ground cover down, and we're gonna have the irrigation pipe to it. So, we're rocking and rolling. Let me show you what we got done. All right, looking back at the lazy garden, there is the gate to the lazy garden there. This pine tree has got to go, and that pine tree has got to go. But there's the lazy garden, and this was the area that I had earmarked. But look how far I went back. So I went back about 80 foot. The front of it is going to be up here. The water will be piped to this area here, and irrigation will be laid. So this is what I've done today. This used to be a pine forest and CRP. Y'all, I have pulled up stumps and pine trees. Now I still have, there's a big stump there and a big stump right out there that I've got to work with. But y'all, I've been getting it done. You see, there are no stumps. There are no pine trees right there. Now, I've still got this little section right here, but it is getting dark, and I need to go in and fix Mr. Green some dinner because he just got home from work. But these are the next pine trees that I've got to get out of here. But the other ones, they're gone. The bushes, gone. We've got a few over there around that tree. It's got to go too. But I am going to be ready when the NRCS is ready. Well, I'm going to be ready when that greenhouse gets here. We are going to throw that greenhouse up. I bought extra supports for the rafters to brace them because I plan to trellis and grow vertically inside of it. But y'all, can y'all believe one woman today I got this done. One woman, a chainsaw, a side-by-side with a winch, and a tractor. Got it that flat. Thank you, Caden, for weed eating so that I could see where I was stepping out there. And thanks to my grandson for helping push the big trees over and pull them up to that area over that terrace over there when I got them cut down. So today I worked by myself and got all this done. But my grandson helped me with the cutting of the trees, and Caden did weed eating. Now, Caden and my grandson have said that they want to lay the ground covering here. So as soon as we get ready for the ground covering, which is going to be the next day or two, I will have them to help me crawl around and get that done. So we have got to do the piping here. Hey, honey. Honey's watching me from the... And the piping will come down here beside the house. We'll tap in at the house here. The ditch that we're about to dig is going to come right down through here beside the fence. And we'll go straight here to where the greenhouse is going to be sitting. Right here. I am going to till this little bit here next to the rose bush here, just to give some buffer around the greenhouse so that I don't have to weed eat around that plastic. But y'all, I'm pretty tired today. I was able to pick some blackberries today and some of the contender bush beans haven't been long out of there. Yeah, I did take time to pick beans today. I know. Always something, huh? Always doing something. I need to tie those up tonight too. Those grapes are hanging full. Okay, so we've got one more, two more, three, and then this tree here, 4 big trees. Now these trees that I just pointed at, I don't have to pull their roots up right now. I do have to get that big one up right there, that big root right there. But these 4, I don't have to do them right now. I just don't need them to grow. You can't have a tree within 25 foot of the side of the greenhouse. Can y'all believe we got that done today? Ooh. And I am really tired. My neighbor came over a minute ago to check on me. She said that she had not heard from me today, and she knew that I was probably doing something outside, so she ended up bringing me some potato soup for supper. So thank you so much, Karen, because I'm just afraid that I would not have cooked a good meal tonight. I can make some cornbread or something to go with that potato soup, right? And whew. Y'all, I am one tired woman. So again, bush hogged a field, and then immediately, well, I fed all the animals first and watered and cleaned waterers, but then I bush hogged a field. Then immediately started removing stumps and pine trees. Oh, I did put a couch together today, and took that to, well, I know if you've watched Tony's channel, we have acquired a little fixer-upper trailer on the lake so that Tony can get some fishing in. He goes to work at the power company, and it just seems like lately he's always gone on storm duty. And then when he comes home, he's helping me with projects. And matter of fact, he bush hogged most of the fields, and I did the one that he did not get done with. And it just seems like he is always working, and he never gets to go and do a Tony thing, which is fishing, which I'm really thinking that this weekend is going to be a Tony and Catherine thing, because I may take the weekend off and go get in a boat and try to catch a fish with him, like old times. But we got this fixer-upper, and we have literally, he fell through the floors. That's how much of a fixer-upper it is. We got it at a really good deal. It's on the lake, on the water, and we have torn floors out, put new floors in. I have scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. I took a whole weekend and done that. And I got furniture, just like some really cheap furniture that if it gets ruined because we're at the lake, so be it. But I got a rug for the floor. We got new flooring down. I got a rug for the floor. And then today I took a couch and put the couch together, and then came back and finished working out here on this area. So my watch has told me that I've run a marathon today. You know how it'll tell you how many steps that you've taken? Well, it told me that I took all the steps today. And I am pretty much exhausted. I knew that I had to get a video out. I hate that the camera battery was dead this morning, and I didn't get to video any of me bush hogging or any of doing that today. But I'm just going to be honest. When I was doing that today, you probably would not have been able to recognize me because my face was red. My hair has been glued to my face. My clothes are soaked from sweat. I have lost so much fluids today, but I'm drinking water. So I'm drinking water and Gatorade and good fluids. I had some tea. I know the caffeine's probably not good in the heat, but it was delicious. But I've gotten it done, and tomorrow is a brand new day. I had to do this today while it's not storming, because tomorrow it's supposed to be storming all over again, and I probably won't get a lot done tomorrow. So that's what happened today. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get to film any of it, but I did get to film and show you what it looks like back there in that direction now. And I am so proud of myself, y'all. When she told me that I needed to try to put it in a north-south direction, because I called them and I told them that north-south wouldn't work because there were too many pines, too many roots. There's no way that I could get that done. And she told me that I would be able to do it, put the greenhouse east to west, as long as I tried the north-south first and failed. Well, y'all, failure is not an option for me. If I attempt something, I don't want to fail at it. And I don't think I failed, y'all. I just sent her a picture and I said, how about that north-south direction? She'll get it in the morning. But for tonight, the bobwhite quail are starting to call. The whippoorwills are starting to call. And I'm about to go in and eat some potato soup that my sweet little neighbor Karen brought to me. And y'all farm on.